सब्सक्राइब करें बिलाल टेक चैनल को और बेल आइकन दबाएं लेटेस्ट वीडियो सबसे पहले देखने के लिए। बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। अस्सलाम वालेकुम दोस्तों, बिलाल टेक की जानब से एक नई वीडियो के साथ हाज़िर हूँ। आज की वीडियो में दोस्तों बात होगी यूट्यूब सेक्सुअल कंटेंट अपलोड एंड मोनेटाइजेशन पॉलिसी के बारे में। तो आइए बिना टाइम ज़ाया की वीडियो की तरफ चलते हैं और देखते हैं कि यूट्यूब पॉलिसी टीम मेंबर कॉनर क्या कहते हैं।
Hey everybody, Connor here from the YouTube policy team. Excited to be back on Creator Insider to share some more insights with you. So today we're going to be focusing on sexual content, sometimes called adult content, and how it can exist on YouTube. So broadly speaking, content that is intended to sexually arouse or to sexually gratify viewers doesn't belong on the platform. On the other end of the spectrum, content that is educational, maybe like sex ed, or is in like a documentary context, or is scientific or artistic, and has both those intentions and the context to support them, generally is allowable on the platform and in some cases can monetize. However, there is obviously a pretty big amount of gray area between those two extremes, and so I've pulled out a couple of key areas that I'd like to talk through today to help clear up some of those top issues. So let's start first with sex education videos. These are suitable for the platform and are generally also suitable for monetization. A couple things to look out for though are conversations of a very personal nature, like your specific lived experiences with sex, or sex tips and those kinds of more graphic types of conversations may not be suitable for advertising, even if they are allowed on YouTube. One of the questions that I would encourage you to ask yourself is the primary impact of your video on viewers entertainment or education? Okay, so moving on to topic number 2, what about nudity? So censored or blurred nudity that is depicted briefly is generally okay for monetization. When I say briefly depicted, I mean not focused on. Similarly, depictions of people wearing limited clothing but in kind of a context that you would expect, that's reasonable. So, imagine someone wearing a bikini at the beach is also suitable for monetization. I mentioned the word focused before, and I should explain that a little bit more. So if breasts or butts or genitals are focused on, and that could be using zooming in or camera angles or compiling multiple shots together to direct the viewer's focus, then that is generally not suitable for monetization on YouTube. It's important to note that what I'm saying here about these types of depictions applies to both clothed and unclothed people. And besides the potential impact on monetization, these types of depictions also may be age restricted or in certain cases not permitted on the platform. It's probably pretty obvious, but full exposure nudity, so like complete nudity, is not suitable for monetization, nor is it allowed on YouTube at all, except in a couple very kind of specific cases, like I think classical art, Michelangelo's David sculpture as an example. Lastly, let's talk about actual sex acts. So broadly speaking, depiction of sex acts is not permitted on YouTube, even when it's implied or it's animated or it's only in the audio. Educational, documentary, scientific, or artistic intent and context might be factored into decisions made about depiction of sex acts, but generally speaking, that type of content would not be suitable for monetization and would likely be age restricted. So that's our set of insights for you this week. I hope these were valuable for you, and I'll see you next time.